Good evening, this is Mrs. Delaney. I'm sorry for the delay again in uploading this week's vocabulary, but here you have it, SAT Vocabulary Week 10. This week, all of our words will be verbs, and do not forget that we have a quiz this Friday on weeks 9 and 10. When we have quiz weeks, don't forget that you'll need to complete the Quizlet practice test for the 10-point homework completion grade. So let's get started. Our first verb this week is chide. And when someone chides someone else, they voice their disapproval, disappointment. They can also be scolding another individual for doing or saying something wrong or misbehavior. They could also be in the process of criticizing another individual or just simply lecturing them. So let's say, for example, you are in Mr. Murray's class and you are constantly tapping your pencil and playing the drums on your desk and throwing paper airplanes. Chances are Mr. Murray is going to chide you for your behavior. So don't do that. Chide. So here we have Mrs. Grimes, a perfectionist, and she chided her husband for his poor table manners. Our next word is enthrall, and to enthrall someone is to charm them or captivate them, make them extremely interested in you for one reason or another, whether it's your looks or your intelligence or your charm. It also means to enchant or to mesmerize, to hold someone spellbound. And of course, someone can enthrall you, and of course, you can be someone who enthralls others. So it's a two-way street there. Remember the verbs, generally, you can change the tense by adding an S, an ED, and an ING. And here I know I'm going to have half of you hate this and half of you love this, but it seems to be an appropriate word for One Direction. It seems that the teen heartthrobs One Direction have enthralled many teen girls, making them buy posters and CDs and concert tickets, and even dream about marrying one of the band members someday. And I guess those of you who like this picture, um, uh, you can go ahead and pause it and look at it for as long as you wish. And those of you who don't, you might want to draw a mustache on their faces, or even worse. This is the first time I've used this drawing tool on here, but that's fun. All right, so enthrall. Our next word is revel. That mustache drawing was fun, I have to say. To revel in something is to take great pleasure in it. It could be, just a fun activity. Maybe you're just hanging out with your friends, or you go to a party or a gathering at someone's house, and you're reveling in the enjoyment and fun of being with your friends. Or you could be engaged in an activity or somewhere where people are reveling in the excitement. Maybe it's a football game. This past weekend, I reveled in the victory that the Bengals had over the Indianapolis Colts. Revel can also be make merry. So when you have a New Year's Eve party this year, you might join in the revelry. And if you're a basketball fan like me, you enjoy March the most. All basketball fans revel in NCAA March Madness because of the exciting and unpredictable games that you get to see. Our next word is aspire. And aspire is a word that means to long for something or to aim towards something, some sort of goal um, or career or position in life, or something that you seek ambitiously. Generally, when we use the word aspire, you say, I aspire to be, or you can aspire after something. So that's generally the kinds of words that you'll find located around aspire. This young lady is an actress, rather a young one. I think when she starred in this movie, she was something like 14 or 15, maybe 16. Many young girls, like Haley Steinfeld, The young actress from True Grit aspire to be actresses, but they must work hard and get the right breaks. And I'm sure that there is something that you aspire to do or to be. Our final word this week is disclose, and you'll find that this is similar to an earlier word we had that started with a D, divulge. It means to make something known or to reveal or uncover information. So you disclose information. Um, let's say you took a test and your teacher returned the test and your grade was disclosed to you on the top of the test. I know that's a pretty lame example, but it's late. So disclose. A few weeks back, in its Black Friday advertisement, the store failed to disclose that they had only 3 of the $100 50-inch flat screen TVs, and many of those camping outside were greatly disappointed. So there you have week 10 vocabulary. Again, this is just notes this week, and I have one more slide to show you. Something to look forward to, I suppose, this winter. Hang on, wait for it, wait for it. There you go, let it snow. Now remember, we have 5 built-in snow days this year. So I know that you all wish for snow days, but remember we have 4 left. And after that, we start adding days on at the end of the year. And I'm sure if you're like me, you want to be done in May rather than June. So let it snow, but only 4 more days. Have a good evening.